Okay, ready? Three, two, one. Nice. We're live, guys. So, first of all, big welcome. So happy to have you guys on this little stream. And I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves and why you're here because that's what really everyone cares about. So, take it away, guys.
Okay.
Would you like to go first, Ash?
Yeah, sure. Hello, I'm Ash. Yeah, my pronouns are she, they, and I am based in Astoria, Queens, right now, and I'm a 2D and 3D animator. I mostly do 3D stuff nowadays, but I also like delving into 2D as well. I grew up in North Carolina, but now I've been based in New York for the past um, since 2015 now. So yeah, my background is in. I actually went to undergrad for music, and then I transitioned into graphic design. And so my background is very design based. And for Hero's Journey, I contributed to the art direction as well as the backgrounds and the majority of the 3D stuff and motion graphic stuff. So that's me.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Bentley Wesley Smith. I'm from Philadelphia. Currently, I'm in LA right now. But yeah, my focus is specifically 2D and 3D animation. For this film, I did mostly the 2D animation part and the storyboarding, and I'm also the voice of the hero in the Hero's Journey short. Uh, yeah, and I just recently graduated from School of Visual Arts in New York City, and I got my bachelor's in SCAD, Savannah College Arts and Design, for fine arts.
Nice. So, that's great, guys. Now, give us a little bit. What is the hero's journey? Tell us, like, what is that?
Yeah. So Hero's Journey is in 8 minutes and 33 seconds, 36 seconds. Short
Yeah.
film, yeah, animated short film that combines 2D and 3D styles. And basically, it's about a kid playing a video game, but we're seeing the story through the perspective of the hero of the video game. So that's where the name comes from, Hero's Journey, because we're following the hero on his journey throughout the video game. But of course, the kid playing the video game, he doesn't really see the hero inside the video game like we are the audience. So the kid's just playing around. He's just messing around with the controls, having fun, just like how we did, how me and Wes, and I'm sure like a lot of other people have grown up playing video games, just enjoying the play factor, but not considering the feelings, the emotions of the actual character that we're playing in the video game. So yeah, Wes, do you want to talk about how this first came up? Because this originally came up.
It's a
Was
very
an original
unique
idea
idea
from.
as well, right? So, I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how you guys came up with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the first thing was it wasn't supposed to be the hero. Like when it came to making the thesis film, my idea was it was going to be the NPCs trying to kill the hero in the video game. Like it wasn't even there wasn't going to be a player. It was just going to be like we start off with a TV screen and then it goes inside and we see like two NPC villains, like a goblin and a flying creature, trying to destroy the hero. Kind of like a Coyote type of cartoon. But over time, we decided to change that idea and make it where instead of the NPCs trying to kill the hero, it's just a hero going on the journey and he's not in control. There's going to be a player controlling him, and it would be funny to have like little gags in there of him trying to go on the journey, but instead he's not in control. The player is, and he's making him do stuff that you usually wouldn't do while trying to save a princess. So
So
yeah.
what made you make that switch, Wes? And was it always going to be a comedy? Because it's funny, like it's very funny. You're short, but was it always going to be a comedy?
Oh
And like,
yeah, it was
why did you make
always.
that switch?
Yeah, it was always gonna be a comedy. I just always grew up watching like Looney Tunes and like shows on Cartoon Network. So I just always wanted the idea of just making something, people that would laugh. Nothing too serious, nothing. It's just
Yeah,
a little chuckle. The reason why we changed it was I think our academic advisor at the time just didn't think the ending like we had it a simple silly ending where like the NPCs finally kill off the hero and they finally they celebrate and then they turn around and then they see the hero again and like the NPCs are like questioning how he's, you know, alive, and then it just breaks the fourth wall where he shows, you know, he points up, and then you see like 99 lives, like extra like lives, and then like the goblin NPC creature were like, oh my gosh, he's still like, we have to kill him like 99 more times, and then they would end it there. But I think, yeah, our academic advisor at the time
Yeah.
didn't think that was really good. I
I
didn't think he was.
think the main issue with
Yeah.
the NPC storyline, which I loved, it was great. It was so funny, and a big part of the process that I really loved putting together with Wes was just like coming up with different video game gags that like that would be funny to like us as gamers, but then also we wanted it to be funny to like people who have never touched a video game in their life. So that was like the main goal for us making Hero's Journey. But also before it was Hero's Journey, when it was NPC's journey, I think the main issue that our advisor Gonzo brought up was basically that the NPCs were harder to relate to, and the hero's story was more interesting. So we should shift focus from the NPCs to the heroes, which definitely like I still love like the hero, like the heroes, what it has become, but it definitely like that first summer when we first started working together, that was this time, pretty much this time last year, and that whole summer, last summer, we were just working on the story and workshopping the story with our advisor and just trying to see like what would work. And I think like that was definitely like it took a we were a little bit frustrated. We wanted to like get it going. We wanted like the storyboard. We wanted to get to like
like jump ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, but our advisor Igonzo like really wanted us to like get the story down, which is definitely like a really important step, and I'm glad that we did take the time to do it, because I think that's part of the what makes the story or the film solid, just like having like a cohesive storyline. So
stories first all the time, you know, like everything else can come into place. That's great, man. That's so cool. And speaking of that, like once you got the story nailed down, how did you find like an actual art style? Because I know you mix a lot of 3D, 2D, pixel art. Like how did you make sure it all meshed together? Because it never feels out of place. It seems like it all fits together perfectly, which was super impressive. So how did you guys come up with those kinds of ideas?
Thank you so much. I always knew that like I wanted to do like we were very inspired by the RPGs that we grew up with. So Wind Waker for me for sure, but like even earlier than that, like Link's Awakening for sure. And then also I think last year Tears of the Kingdom dropped, right? And so we were just inspired by like Zelda and inspired by just like the franchise as a whole, not just, you know, the newest game, but like also Wes,
like Dragon Quest, Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy, pretty much all those are like role playing games, like, but like, you know, Legend of Zelda, like those are like, not like the Final Fantasy, and those are RPGs, and like Legend of Zelda is like more like a quest type of game, but like we pretty much just combined both of those two and just, just made it into one. And like when it came to like the art style, because we both came up with the character designs for the hero and the fairy and the boss. Like we just really wanted to capture a lot of like, you know, the characters from Dragon Quest and Legend of Zelda. I just did a lot of research. I think for Dragon Quest, I really love Akira Toriyama art style.
Can you guys show us some of the character designs, or can we not see them?
I'll present from my screen. Also, last thing I want to say about the art style, because I'm actually like still kind of new to 3D and to animation in general, since this is like kind of like my first my first film. It really helped to focus on like a low poly style and like a very simplistic style that
like easier to do.
That was
but it looks good. It looks really good, and it helps a lot with the narrative of the story. It fits well. Which was really cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So we can actually see all of our old.
Oh wow!
Was that the original design?
One of them. So this came from after we decided that we wanted to do a hero, focus on the hero instead of the NPC. And Wes came over to like chat and hang, and he met my cat Anita and was inspired by her to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
Sketches.
I
These
can
are
see
all
the
Wes's
resemblance.
sketches. But our advisor told us that we should maybe not do something like do like a human character because
Yeah,
that's
human elf. Yeah.
very relatable. But oh yeah, here's some more these are more West sketches. So when we were still these were also
Wow.
made when we were trying to decide the story. So as we were like developing the story, we were also working through character designs and working through concept art. So this is getting towards more when we were narrowing down our style. You can see Wes did. Yeah, Wes, you want to talk about your art?
Yeah. We I think we got to the impression where I think the professor and all three of us agreed that we really liked the character wearing dreads, and he was like an elf character. And the inspiration on that was my brother. He
Oh,
has
yeah.
dreads, and he also has earrings. So I decided, hey, let's just make him look like a character for our thesis. And
Yeah,
all
take
three of
from
us
real life.
agreed. Yeah, and we all loved it, and everyone agreed, and we just we stuck with this style, and
That's
this is the
great.
final character of Hero's Journey.
I had
Well,
no idea you guys went through so many iterations to get this, and it's not even anything like the final product at first, right? That's so cool how
all right,
you came to this.
yeah.
Do you like that process though? Like the brainstorming part? I know some people like it, some people don't like it. Like the whole designing the characters, getting ideas down, even if they're not like they don't stick in the end, you know? So
Yeah.
I
really
personally like it.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it because like the options are or like the opportunities are like endless. Like you can just put whatever on the table and like that's like the beauty of it. You can just like no idea is a bad idea and like even if it looks terrible or like if it doesn't work, we know that it doesn't work. So yeah, I like that process.
Nice.
Yeah, I like
Cool.
the process as well. Yeah, I think it's really great. Just seeing all the just looking back at all those character designs, I'm just like, wow, he could have been that, he could have been that, and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. I just thought I think it's fun. It was great.
Yeah. And every one
Mhm.
of them has a lot of personality too, which it really shines through, which is good. And so you made the characters first, and then did you think about creating the backgrounds? Because how did you get the backgrounds to fit in the character? So to make it look like they're the same kind of style or they fit together in the
Yeah.
short.
So that was I think like that was part of the reason or part of why I wanted to work with Wes was because I knew that like our styles match each other because we had done like maybe one class project together and like we were in each other's class so like we see each other's work and like
Mm.
I was like I think like Wes like his animations are beautiful. I can kind of do background, so like maybe we can work together and like we can make something work. So yeah, I think doing them in conjunction together, like developing them together, really helped to create that cohesive style. But I can share some background concept art if you'd be interested.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Let me find that in our in the Google Drive. So yeah, these were from when we still had the NPC characters, but we still had this boss design because I think Wes, that was like one of your older designs that
Right.
we always just loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boss looks great. That's a great one.
She's great, yeah. So yeah, definitely.
Did you do all these, Ash? You did all the backgrounds, or this was?
Yeah, these are all the backgrounds are all me. But yeah, Wes did a lot of the character designs. Wes was saying that like we both did it. Like I threw in ideas in there and like I would like do some sketches.
No.
Majority Wes. But yeah, this is my C4D exploration that just so I always knew that like we wanted to lean towards like the low poly aesthetic, the pixel art. Just because that style is like very simplistic to make, but also like it does match that. Like this is like one of the early style stylizing for the castle, I think. Yeah, so
Yeah.
also part of that was figuring out like what kind of like pixel art that we wanted and like how to recreate that in Blender and in 3D
So
stuff.
did you use Blender for all of the backgrounds or?
I think for most of the backgrounds, except for all of them, except for the ocean. The ocean was built in Photoshop, and then yeah, our initial background test.
Placeholder.
Yeah, and then I think I put it together in Nuke. So yeah, just the ocean was not in Blender, and actually this bedroom, you can see like all the posters are different. This was made by my internet friend Lee Griffin, and the bedroom was his original file, and he's so nice, so great. He lets he like has his all his files or most of his files like open access, so like you can
Oh,
just go in there and like change stuff around. So like I'm super grateful for him for having that
yeah, that's huge.
yeah, this was definitely, I think like the more realistic it was easier for me to like lean towards more towards like stylistic a more simple stylistic, so like a little bit more this more complex style was good for for me.
Yeah. And it's cool, like the bedroom, it's completely separate from the inside game world, right? So it really helps separate the two worlds, which is really cool. I
Right.
found. Anyways, that's what I found when I was watching it.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a goal. Like we wanted to make sure that the bedroom looks very different than the in-game world and like have totally different styles. So
Yeah.
Nice. So the next thing I want to ask you guys, because obviously it's an 8-minute short, which is a lot of work, right? So how was it? Because eventually you guys had to hire a team of animators a little bit, right?
yes.
So I want to talk
Yeah.
about how was it managing a team of people and making sure, you actually had a finished product by the end. Because that is something, I don't know if I could even do that, man. It seems a little crazy.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah, because I was pretty much the one like going in. So yeah, the whole pipeline was at first my whole idea was going to make this all puppeted animation because I was really
Yeah.
fascinated about puppet animation, like especially like Rick and Morty and the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse. A lot of really good fluent puppet animation. I was really interested in that, but
Yeah.
at the time, well, the original was 12 minutes, and yeah, we had to cut that, so now it's 8 minutes, and I think it was like October or I believe December or January at the point where I was just like, I think we need more people on this because I don't know if we can get this done. So yeah, we pretty much went in and like just posted if anyone was interested in our film, and we would pay them. Obviously, we would pay them, and whatever shot they would do, they would, if they were comfortable doing it in either puppeted, they could do it in puppeted, or if they were really more comfortable doing in traditional animation, it would be fine doing in traditional. A
You
lot
did a
of
little bit
people,
of both.
yeah, we did a little bit of both, and some people did traditional and some people did puppeted. You'll probably see, like, if you watch the film, you might see some differences on the hero or the fairy, but majority, I think it's either, it's a mixture of both. So
Yeah. You honestly couldn't really tell in the final cut. I was watching for that. You couldn't really tell the difference, which scenes were which. So it was good.
okay, yeah, because I was really trying to make it clear to just try to make the character on model. So like when it came to people showing me what they have in progress, like rough shots, some of them were a little off model, so I had to go in and like write down notes and tell them, hey, his head's a little too big, can you maybe shorten it? Or hey, the dreads, there's an extra dread in his hair, maybe just you gotta take that one out. So I wrote down some notes, and then sometimes I just did a little bit of animation corrections as well. They get back to me this, we pretty much messaged everyone on Discord. We had like a hero's journey Discord, so it was a lot easier for people to go in and just communicate and tell them like there's a channel for specifically rough, and then cleanup, and then the final with color. If someone posted the roughs in the Discord, then I can go in and message them, or they can direct message me on Discord as well. And that's majority of people did both, so I just went in and just critiqued
How
their
many
work.
animators did you hire?
I think it was like around like 27, I believe, right, Ash?
I think it was more like, okay, so we hired maybe like around 20, and then we ended up just having maybe at the end maybe like 16 animators
Oh,
because we had to get some cut and then some had to leave the project.
Oh my
okay.
god.
And
I
yeah,
wasn't expecting. I thought you guys were gonna say like 5 or 6. 27? That's
I saw. I
insane.
mean, I mean, I was on the Excel sheet, and it said like the people that were, doing the shots. It said up to 27. So maybe some of them
oh
may have gotten cut. Yeah, because
yeah,
I.
wait, let me
But
check real quick because I have that. Yeah, wait, not this stock. But yeah, so
only,
the
yeah,
reason we have like so much is because we let people decide how many shots that that they take. So some
Yeah.
people just took one shot. So yeah,
yeah.
we ended up okay. Yeah, we just used. I don't know where you was. I don't know where you got 27.
I thought it said 27. Maybe you changed it, but yeah. What is this? What is it? What's the new number?
It's yeah, probably like 16 minus 2, like 14, but
Oh,
we had like
oh,
more people who reached out and were interested.
Yeah. And I think you have to do it that way, right? Because you can't afford to
yeah,
pay all these people like a
Yeah,
regular salary. You got to let them, kind of come and go as they please, take what shots
yeah.
they want, right? So,
right.
We had like some really good so yeah, I had posted on my Instagram, and yeah, I think somehow that post got on like a Brazilian animators like work for hire page. So we got
nice.
like half of our animators are from Brazil. Everyone is like super talented. Some are
A lot of good
some
animators are coming out of Brazil these
yeah,
days.
Yeah.
I think they're maybe all from the same school. I'm not sure which school, but like whoever posted that
Mm.
on that page, thank you so much because we got a lot of really great animators from there, and we got some from SVA, some from Pratt as
Yep.
well.
Mhm.
But yeah, Wes did an amazing job with rallying the team, and I just like whenever he would like send off like, okay, their shot is good, I would just go and pay them. And thankfully we got some money from the scholarship. Like we applied
Nice.
for some scholarships, so we were able to use the money from that to pay our animators. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pay them like standard
Of
industry
course
rate, but
not.
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of them were students and like were very understanding and also very like also really excited about the project too,
Yeah.
which was really great to hear like from an early jump, like like they just watched the animatic but they still like got the story and were like on board. So that was really cool to see. But yeah, Wes did a really great job with managing his own animations but also everyone else's as well. And yeah, at the last minute we were like looking for specifically a puppet animator, and somebody amazing animator Amanda, she just fell into our lap. She just emailed us and was like, I'm looking for work, please hire me. And like we were
Wow.
able to get her on board, and she did some really amazing shots. So
Really
like
good
we
shots.
got really lucky with all of our freelance animators, and also like with you as well, getting the 2D rig set up for this
Oh,
year. That
yeah.
was a
Yeah.
really
Super.
clutch.
Well, I was the same kind of thing. When I think it was Wes, you reached out to me, and then when I
Yes.
saw the animatic, I was like, "Wow, this is actually really good." you know,
It was.
and I was like, "Man, I'd love to be a part of it." But guys, that's great. You basically have experience like running a small studio, even not even just the animation part, the management part, the paying the animators part. That experience is huge, and that's the cool thing, I guess, about creating a short like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not a prepare. I mean, honestly, yeah, I was not. My whole thing at the start was just, I'm just gonna make my film. Hopefully, it's gonna make people laugh at the screening. Like I had no idea it was going to get to this where I would be like have an awesome partner, by the way, but also like directing other people
Yeah.
on this film. Like, was not prepared for. I mean, yeah, this is like my first time ever directing. Because I'd done a thesis film before for my bachelor's, but not like this. This was big. So
Nice. Yeah,
yeah.
that's so cool. It's so cool to see. And so after all the animation was in, what did you guys do? How did you guys finish the short? Like put the finishing touches on it so it's ready to screen. What was that process like?
So that was definitely like a lot of collaboration between me and Wes, and I'm really grateful, yeah, that like we worked so well together because it was just like a lot of like every day just back and forth, just talking about which shots we're comping, which shots. So
Yep.
for a lot of the like 2D shots where it was just like the character just slapped onto the background, I would just need to do the background and send it off to Wes, and Wes would just put it together. Wes, you would the pipeline looked like Wes would animate the characters and then throw on some lighting in Toon Boom, and then either comp it himself, get the background from me, or send it off to me, and I would comp it if it was the character was like in the 3D space and we needed like the shadow pass, or like the character was like interacting with a 3D object, then he would pass it off to me to do the to comp the 2D and 3D scenes together in I use mainly Nuke, but I used for like a lot of the menu motion graphics, that was just After Effects, and all the 3D stuff I also just comped and rendered in Blender. So yeah, that was really just
so like complicated to do. I mean, it seems so cool to use like those programs, but it seems so complicated. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was definitely like a learning process for me especially since I had not done this before, but I had a lot of fun.
You've never used the programs before this?
Oh, well, I have been learning. I started learning Blender last January, not this past January, but this last January, or January 2023. So I'm still getting into it. I took a new class, and so like I'm still kind of I'm still pretty new to that, but like it was I got some good direction from my professors, and the 3D stuff like is still very new to me. So there are like still like I messed up the materials in the very beginning when I animated it. So like that's why there was like a graphic on the players on the gamer shirt, and like I just couldn't do it. So like it was like a week before the deadline, and I just like had to put in like procedural materials and like just kind of slap it together and make it work. But honestly, like I really thought that we were going to be working till like the very last minute, but we ended up only working till like the last hour or so. So I think like a success from my point of view. But our thesis was definitely like one of the longest ones. So people were like, "You guys, like, are you sure you can
8
handle
minutes? That's crazy." Some people just do like not even 1 minute or something, right? That's insane, guys.
Yeah.
And like not even just, it's like complicated 3D, 2D, mixing all this stuff together.
Yeah, I think like it definitely like since I don't really have any formal experience, like just going into it like and just making like I know what I want it to look like, but I'm just gonna like do whatever I can to make it work. Like that kind of mentality was pushing me like throughout it. So I was like, like let me just figure out how to do this one thing, and then that's how I learned. So
nice. So I think now what we could do, if you guys want, we can watch the trailer a bit, and then I want to talk to you a little bit more about how you felt after the screening. So if you want, we can pull up the trailer.
Should I present from my screen, or
you can present from yours? I'll share it, and then I can probably I think we can make it a full screen, because I feel everyone's just dying to see it at this point, right? So.
Okay, let me share my screen. Yes, and I can also share the link to this. This is public. Let me put my screen a little bit bigger.
Let me see. Maybe I can kind of hang on. If I remove.
Okay. Is that gonna be good? Okay, cool. Nice.
Aw, man, this is gonna be so cool.
Nice.
Oh, no time to waste. Let's go rescue the princess.
Honestly, it's so good. It's so good.
Thanks. Yeah, Wes did a good job putting that trailer together.
Yeah, you cut that together, Wes? Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You.
The short's even better. So have you guys thought about turning it into like an actual game, like creating an actual game about it?
Yeah, Wes did make a Hero's Journey game, which
He
I
did?
really want to play. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Technically, like this was like an assignment for our, our class, but like we were like we were messing around with Unity, and pretty much it was like a VR class where we had to pretty much pick up objects and just swing it around. So I literally grabbed Ash's 3D of the castle, and I went into Unity, and I had like the VR headset, and I pretty much imported the sword, and I literally walked with the sword, and like there was like a goblin character, like an actual goblin character that I just swung, and like if you hit him, he explodes, and a little diamond gem pops out, and the fairy flies away. So that was like an assignment for a class that I did, and yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, I did not. I mean, yeah, it's like a little. It's really, yeah, because it's like my first time ever using Unity. But like, yeah, I was considering like possibility doing like a video game of the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Probably maybe VR, maybe Sprite, but that would be that's like a big project.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime in the future.
Yeah.
That's insane. Because I think I saw on LinkedIn or something, some guys, they tried to make a show, but they didn't make the show, but they turned it into a game, and it's like a huge, big, successful game. I can't remember what it's called, but
Yeah.
I think something similar.
Yeah.
Now, when people were watching the final product and you guys saw it on the screen, how did you guys feel? Like, was it exactly what you imagined before you started? Were you like disappointed? Were you like, oh, we could have added more, or were you like, this is even better than I expected? Because I'm always curious to see how the creators feel when they're watching their stuff.
Yeah, Wes, do you wanna take that one?
Yeah. Well, at first I was really scared. I was like, oh my gosh, do people get it? Will people understand this? Like, do they get the jokes? Like, do people even play video games at our school? Like, I don't know. I had so many things in my mind at the time. I was just like, oh gosh. But when we showed it, people were laughing. People were having a good time. I was just like, sigh of relief. I was just like, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Yeah, because that was my objective, just to make people laugh. And yeah, after the screening was over, people came up to us and they really liked the film. They're like, oh, I totally get this part. And I'm just like,
Oh, nice.
yeah, it
Must
was
feel
just
good.
it was just a relief. It was such a relief. So yeah.
It was a great feeling. I was like, we watched it a bunch of times over and over again. So like I was watching the audience reaction and they were laughing at like parts that like I didn't even think were like that funny. So I was like, this is great. But yeah, afterwards, like people were like telling me like, like this is like, yeah, like they understood it and like, I think we wanted to make something that would be like just would make people laugh and like make people happy, just to have something fun. And I think that we did that, and I'm really glad that like we were able to put it together. But like that, like every night when I would go to sleep at like 4 a.m. after working so hard, working like long hours on Hero's Journey, I would like just go to sleep with like the image of us like presenting on stage and like presenting to like an adoring crowd. And so that was kind of like driving me, like my just like my my process, or keeping me going. And so having that payoff, having people like really enjoy it and have like a really great reception to it made me so happy. But so I really hope that more people get to watch it, maybe at like the festivals that we were submitting to, or just maybe online somewhere if we release it online at some
I was gonna ask, what are your plans? What are any future plans for this going forward, or?
So right now we're just applying to a bunch of festivals. I think we got into one of them. I don't know if we can talk about, but we to like a bunch of like maybe like 60, over 60 now. I think it's but basically all the places that we want to visit. So in LA, New York, of course, we applied to a bunch of festivals here. Philadelphia, so Wes can visit his hometown. Atlanta as well, and then a bunch in Greece because I want to go back to Greece
Why not?
and Korea as well. And so we're trying to push it out to like maybe kids festivals and comedy festivals as well. There's some hopefully will be well received outside of SVA.
Yeah, we were saying you should come to Toronto. We have a pretty
Yeah.
big, what is it called, Taffy every year.
Oh,
Always
cool.
open for submission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love Toronto, so I would love to come back, have an excuse to come back.
Yeah, in the summer. In the summer, it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not in the winter time. Yeah.
Not a chance. Nice, guys. That's great. Honestly, so it's super good that the film's doing well. You know, you guys are happy with the film, which is probably the most important thing. Oh, I forgot to ask. Do you guys have a favorite part of the film? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite scene, a favorite, I don't know, favorite character, favorite background?
I got one. I think the pot scene. I think that one's like really funny. Where the hero just bashes through the door and just goes and just starts smashing all the pots to get his currency. I had a lot of fun screaming because I was the hero doing the voices, and we got two talented voice actors to do the kid and the mom, and they killed it with the screams when the hero came in. They were like freaking out, like ah! So I just thought that was a really fun scene to animate and fun to record as well.
Yeah, I really love just that shot of the hero opening the cage for the princess and her jumping out. I don't know, it's so satisfying to watch, just from like a compositing perspective. Just that 2D and 3D, I feel like it matches so seamlessly. So I'm like, I just love that one. That's probably one of my favorite shots, but I love all the shots, and like Wes's animation it's so good. But I think that particular shot was done by one of our freelancers, who was the freshman at SVA. Well, now a sophomore, but yeah, she did a really great job with that. But yeah, those shots are probably one of my favorites. And then also the shop is maybe one of my when he goes to like the with the shop owner with the mustache, just because
like the actual sprite. It's like an actual sprite she made, and she actually went in and like did like the inventory screen and everything, and like the UI. That I like that shot as well. That she did a really good job.
But I also love. Sorry, I love the winter scene because that was our first scene that we had completed like almost like 95% of the way. Like that was one of our the winter scene when he changes clothes or changes uniforms. That shot that scene I really love because Wes, you can't tell, but that is all traditional hand drawn by Wes, and it's so smooth. And like I don't even know, that was, I think we had shown that at the mid-semester presentations, and I think that was a really, that's probably one of my favorites because it's also there's like an Ash reference, Ash Ketchum reference. So we were trying to decide like all the references, and we got kind of scared too at some point because we were worried that we were gonna get like copyrighted, but
shut down.
Because we use like characters from like actual video games like Mario.
I think
and
you're
Sonic.
allowed to, as long as it's like a parody or something. Like you're safe under that kind of thing.
It's parody. Yeah, we're making
we're nobody. Don't sue us.
Come on, this is gonna be big, guys. This short, they're gonna see it. So nice, man. Honestly, that's really cool. So yeah, I wish we could watch it, but we can't because it's in the festival circuit, so we don't want to get in any trouble. But when it comes out, or if it does, guys, keep an eye out because it's really, really cool to watch. Do you wanna? Is there like maybe your YouTube, Ash, like a link to that or something?
Let me
where they can follow along with the progress of this.
I can promote my socials now if that's okay. My Instagram is I'll be posting about Hero's Journey. Like I think we worked a year on it, so now I'm like this is now I'm like into PR mode and really pushing it out. So yeah, my Instagram is at ashsaw, just my name, ASHSUH. And I'll be posting updates about where we're gonna go from Hero's Journey and also other stuff as well. But yeah, I can put a link to the YouTube trailer, and also actually let me put a link to my website where you can watch the I can watch here's some more, and you can also see some more sprite work and some more concept art on this page as well. Oh, I just put that in the chat. But if you just go to ashsaw.com and then scroll down to the Hero's Journey page. I can share my screen.
Yeah, share your screen and we can
Okay.
show it. I'll drop
Yeah.
it in the chat.
Yeah.
And if anyone's watching, you guys have any questions for these guys, just post them in the chat and I'll ask them.
So yeah, you can see these are, I think, Wes did this walking sprite, which is amazing. It's probably one of the first sprite animations that we had. And then he also did, I think Wes, you also did this one, but then the other ones I also did in a sprite, which was fun.
Looks great.
Some more screenshots and then concept art, and some more backgrounds. But yeah. Yeah, I'll also probably be updating this with the festivals that we'll be going to, and hopefully we can meet up in Toronto.
Yeah, that would honestly be awesome, guys. I would
that'd be all great.
Right? All the hard work is finally paying off for you guys, which is, well deserved. All the praise you're getting, super well deserved. You guys should be super proud of yourselves. Really, really nice.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Fabio. And yeah, thank you so much for having us on here and letting us yap about.
Yeah, honestly, thanks for coming. Like I'd love to just hear you guys talk about this all the time. I'm so interested. So thanks for taking the time out of your day to come and chat a little bit. It was super interesting.
Yeah,
nice to see all the concept art.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any animators in the chat, but I hope you got inspired by the process of how we made a thesis film, and just if you're gonna do an 8-minute film, you just gotta have a team. 8-minute film, or 12-minute film, you gotta have more people. You can't just rely on yourself, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but at the same time, it's a lot of fun at the same time. So
absolutely.
Nice. Well said, Wes. Well said. All right, guys. So I'll end this stream now. We can hang around for a bit after.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks everyone for watching, and we're gonna end this in 3, 2, 1. Nice.